What's going on, guys? It's Josh here from Bowls Deep Fishing. Hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend. It's raining again in Georgia. Obviously, like I told you earlier this week, it has just been raining nonstop. And then, the day I actually have off and we can actually, I can actually take the kids out and let them play on their Christmas presents they haven't really got to play on this year. It's obviously raining, so we get stuck in the house all day long. But it was kind of for me, it was kind of a productive day for being in the house, even though it was miserable. Because I just can't stand I love being outside, and I just can't stand not be able to go outside. So, especially on the weekends, we just get stuck with, all three kids here inside. And, I just kind of feel bad for them because they want to go outside and play. And it's just they can't because who knows, you give them that little mulligan and they go out and play in the rain and then boom, they're sick the next week. So we all know how that goes if you have children. But but it was actually kind of a productive day for me. We have our third child's first birthday tomorrow here at Casa de Bowls, and we are really looking forward to it. My wife, Lord bless her, she is the most amazing wife ever. She has decorated this house from one end to the other, and she has did a phenomenal job. If it wasn't for her, nothing would be get done around this house, just to say the least. So today I kind of, she had to work today, so I had all three kids like I usually do on Saturdays. And, I picked up a little bit, had to do a little honey-do list stuff that she wanted me to do. But so it was kind of productive day, but still it just kind of drove me crazy because I couldn't get the kids outside. They couldn't play, and then, I couldn't even get outside and get some fresh air. But I was sitting here this evening after the kids went down and the wife's doing stuff for the birthday party. And I was watching some YouTube stuff like I usually do every night, and I was thinking about my channel. And a few videos ago, I told y'all I was going to start, doing little product, not really product knowledge, but, product spotlights of some of the new products I'll be using for the 2019 season. And I'm sure you've seen them everywhere, the Anglr buttons. You've probably, if you're watching Westbrook Wednesdays or you watch Fluke Master, Dwayne Taft, I mean, on and on, everyone is starting to get these little things because they're actually a really, really cool product. We everyone on the Westbrook fishing team, we're using them, and we have been pretty amazed by it. We didn't really know what to think, getting into it. Whenever they first came out, but actually it has been pretty handy and pretty cool little gadget. So basically it's a little white button, and I'm going to touch base on it. I'm sure you've seen it on all the other channels, but I'm going to touch base on it because this is my channel, and it's one of the things I'm using this year. But so yeah, it's just a little button, and just a little white button, and also there's a clip attached to it that you can attach to your hat or your life jacket. They also have a lanyard that you can get to for whenever, if you don't want to have it attached to anything. But it's pretty cool. It's a one button type thing, and it's no high-tech stuff. It's more the high-tech stuff is inside. So you download the Anglr app off your iPhone or your Android on any of the app shops, whatever you want to call them. But and you don't necessarily have to have this button to use the software or the product. So basically you go into the app, Anglr app, and you create a login, you create kind of a profile. You get to put a picture up, and you can actually build in your profile of what rods you're using, what baits you're using, so on and so forth. But the cool part is this acts as a GPS. And not only a GPS, it acts as a waypoint too, which is really, really interesting. So, and you can, like I said, you can do it off on the app too, and there's different pages on the app whenever you get into your profile. And one of them is the fish app, or Go Fish, or I can't remember the exact name of what they call it is. But it's basically just like whenever you pull up GPS on your phone, but there's a few little buttons in the right-hand corner of your phone. You got a little play symbol, a stop symbol, a catch symbol, so on and so forth. So whenever you go out fishing, you press that play button, and it'll ask you, okay, is this a morning fishing trip, midday or afternoon fishing trip? What are you fishing for? And also you can attach your what rods, reels, baits, and so on and so forth, what you're using. And so basically, whenever you press that play button, your phone or this acts as a GPS. So it actually tracks on the map where all you go. And speaking of the button too, if you have the button, it's just like Bluetooth. You link it up, and like I said, it's just a one button figure or one button, whatever you want to call it, system or whatever. I'm not a big tech guy, but so basically, you sync it up whenever before you go fishing. You connect it just like you connect any Bluetooth equipment, and then it starts tracking you. And like I said, your phone does it too if you don't have the button. But whenever you get on, say you find a brush pile or you catch a fish, you just hit this button, and then you'll hear it on your phone. It dings. And so that marks it on your map where you caught that fish. And then so if you continuous, catch fish in that spot that creates a pattern, it's going to track it for you. But every time you catch a fish, you have to hit the button or you hit the button on your phone. But also another cool thing is, if you're a big, structure fisherman or crappie fisherman, you can mark a waypoint on the app itself too. So if you want to mark a waypoint and you have the Anglr button, you just double click it and it marks a waypoint. Okay. And so you can mark brush piles, mark this, that, the other, whatever you want to mark, ditches, blowdowns, good deep pockets in the river, whatever it might be, you can mark it. So next time you go out, you can use it. Yes, I use a graph and a lot of other people use a graph, but sometimes, and I'm guilty of it all day long, you don't always hit that weigh button. But since you're already hitting that button that you catch a fish, it's kind of almost like human nature. You remember it a whole lot better than hitting a waypoint on your graph. Coming from me, I don't really use my graph. I mainly use it for depth and finding brush and stuff. But at the same time, this is just more natural and it's more easier to deal with. You just double click it and it marks your waypoint. And so, but going back to whenever you catch a fish, you hit the button once to catch a fish, you hit the button twice to mark a waypoint. But whenever you catch a fish, you can even go in there and upload, a picture of the fish you caught. You can mark the weight. You can type in, what bait you caught it on, what rod, all the details of what you catch that fish. So whenever you go back out, you can remember, okay, they were in this side of the lake or this portion on my map, and you can go back and throw the same baits. And then eventually, if you're fishing the same water, you'll start to learn, okay, the temperature was this, the water temperature was this, okay, I was throwing this. So you can already have kind of almost like a game plan going into the next day whenever you go fish. But it's also a very helpful tool for if you don't have a fish finder. It tracks all your stuff just like a fish finder would, or a graph, whatever you want to call it. But also it's almost, to me, it acts as a GPS. So if someone else can get in your profile and track, it tracks you, and other people can see it track you too. It's almost like a buddy system. That say you're going out on an overnight fishing trip or whatever it might be, and you're using this software and no one's heard from you or whatever, they can go in and find out where your last, and if it's still tracking you, it can find you, which is almost like a safety feature too, in my eyes. And that's one thing, and that's why, I didn't really know how it was getting into it, how I was going to really like it, but actually I really love this product. It's easy. It doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's very helpful, and you can teach yourself and really understand how everything works by if you use it. I know some people, they have it on their hat, but they never sync it up or they never use it. But if you actually use it, you can actually teach yourself something, instead of just going out every single day. Okay, where did I catch them last? So I thought it was right here. I don't remember what I was throwing, so I'm just going to throw something. But at least this will track you and help you log everything, and almost like a I call it a day timer, but like a calendar or whatever you want to call it. And it just, you have all your notes in there if you actually use the product, which is actually really cool. And also, obviously, Westbrook Supply Co carries them. You can actually obviously go online now with WestbrookSupplyCo.com, click the shop button, and you can actually buy product off Westbrook Supply now online. Really cool. These run for $30. The app's free, so you're out $30. And also, guys, my family's crazy. And whenever I first got the product, I didn't know if it was waterproof or not. Supposedly it's water resistant, But my son took my hat, the little redheaded one, and soaked it in a sink full of water. I was looking for my hat all day. I couldn't find it. I was like, man, have you seen my hat? Well, Megan, my wife, before, she was going to bed, she was finished up the last few dishes. She's like, oh, I found your hat. And obviously my Anglr app was still on. I was like, man, I bet you this thing don't work no more. And sure enough, I got it out. I dried it out for a little bit, and it worked like a champ. Still the same one working. It's actually, it's pretty damn durable, or pretty darn durable. Sorry, from what I've seen so far. I've dropped it a couple times, but it's a pretty cool little product. So that is what I'm going to be using this year. Another thing to add to the arsenal, and also, guys, not only that is being able to log into the Anglr app and follow these other people and see where they go fishing. Fluke Master, for example, he is an extremely amazing, great teacher. Okay, he's a phenomenal teacher. And sometimes, like with me, I'm a hands-on learner. So if he's using the product religiously and really putting in all his notes and stuff, so if you figure out where he goes and look on the app and find where he caught fish, you can go actually put your hands on the same baits and stuff that he threw and actually learn the way he's teaching you over the video, which is actually pretty freaking cool, guys. For $30, this is something you definitely need to go grab. Go over to WestbrookSupplyCo.com. I always botch that name for some reason. I've been with them over a year, and I still get my tongue tied saying that name. But, guys, go over to WestbrookSupplyCo.com. Pick up one of these killer hats, and also, guys, take a look at this Anglr app. Do some research on it. It's actually a really cool product. So in my videos, you'll see me hit it just so you know what's going on, guys. But, guys, if you're going fishing tomorrow, stay safe, stay classy. Keep them tight lines. I am so jealous. But, guys, I'm going to be having a blast here with my family, celebrating the little man's first birthday. We're really looking forward to it, guys. But, guys, I just want to touch base with y'all. Hope everyone's doing well. Guys, please, if you're liking this stuff or if you have any questions, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll answer them. And then also, guys, I will go ahead and tag in Westbrook Supply Co's shopping link, I guess you would say, because you can still go to WestbrookSupplyCo.com just like you could anywhere, but you can hit the shop button and actually send you over to the shop area, and I'll attach that in the description section below. But guys, please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it, guys. Stay classy, keep them tight lines. Deuces.